Okay, so let me get this straight. Social media has known about Project 2025 for at least the last 2 years. I found out about it online and did my research. We've had lots of creators, especially Black creators, talking about Project 2025 for at least a year and a half. This document is over 900 pages long. It's set up specifically for the Republican candidate. Should he win, this was the plan set up for the first 100 days. Half of his staff wrote this, and it had a negative reception from the public. That's when he chose to separate himself from this document. Said he never heard of it before, even though half his staff wrote it, and we saw him at the Heritage Foundation talking about it. But I digress. This is not what this video is about. Now, we've known about this for at least 2 years. What I don't understand is why we haven't set up a plan prior to this, just in case the Republican candidate won. We should have had steps to combat each of these plans within Project 2025. We should have had a plan to stop him from firing thousands of federal workers. We should have had a plan combating the mass deportations. We should have had a plan to stop outside influence in our government. We should have had a plan to defend ourselves against everything that he said during his campaign. And I understand a lot of it sounded like nonsense. People dismiss things as stupidity, but stupidity goes a long way. Instead of sitting around complaining about how stupid he is, we should have been smarter to come up with a plan to combat that ignorance. We all knew who he was. We should have planned accordingly. And a lot of us did our part in educating people as to what's really going on. My biggest gripe right now is leadership. We as the people did a lot to inform other people, but leadership should have had a plan. They should have known who they were dealing with. We should have had an if this, then that for every section of Project 2025. And although I think leadership knew that this was a possibility, that this could happen, I don't think they actually believed it would happen. I don't believe they thought he would actually set the world on fire. Guess what, leadership? The world is on fire. Right now, you sound like him during the debate with the concepts of a plan. Meanwhile, we have a South African immigrant with no security clearance who bought the presidency and his group of teenage hackers rooting through all of our private information. Yeah, that's right. All of our private information as citizens of the United States of America. Not only does he have access to that, he has access to all federal spending. That's right. All your tax money is now in control of an immigrant South African, on-security clearance having, trillionaire, Yahtzee, who only cares about the master race. More paper and more paper and more paper. And he will sell us off to the highest bidder. So leadership, it's time to prove who you are. It's time to show and prove that you know how to do the job. Because we are facing the end of the world as we know it. And it's only been 18 days. So if y'all want to continue to have jobs, I suggest we do something now. Because in another 88 days, who knows if we'll still have a Congress or a Senate or even a Constitution at that point. If you feel that you're going to just give him enough rope to hang himself with, that's not going to work. You can't wait and see. You can't kill him with kindness. It's time for tough love without the love.